What's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. I'm bringing you a different kind of verses today. I'm bringing you a compact pack of verses right here. So I'm bringing you two knives that I really, and I mean really enjoy owning because I kind of use them for some work outside around my bushes and stuff. I use these for trimming, and I've used them for cutting carpet. I've actually had a buddy come and had two of them, so I gave him one and I took one and we ripped up some carpet, and I don't mean that girl from down the road. But this is what we have right here. We got a couple of awesome, beautiful Hawkbills, right? This one is the Robert Klaas. You can just see how cool it is. This one is the case, and you can see how cool it is. So there's an immediate difference. The Robert Klaas has a single bolster. It is stainless. The case has double bolsters, and they are silver nickel plated bolsters. Both are stainless blades, this one being 440, this one being Case's true sharp steel, which is truly sharp. Both are pinned scales, this one being a really cool yellowy mustard laminate with the Robert Klaas logo there, this one being this sweet canvas laminate that Case does. Happens to be my favorite scale pattern that they do, and then the little Case logo there. Once you open them, you can see the difference in the steel and how they're done, and they're both the double step. Right there, it opens. Right there, it's open. So now, because I'm getting fingerprints all over them, what I want to show you is the finish on these blades, and I might not get it to where I want it because the finish has been used a lot, but you can see this finish is almost satiny, where this finish is really like chrome. It's just, you can see the difference in the reflections. See this reflection and see that reflection. This is like a mirror. So the Case really comes together in the finish. They both have this awesome double curve whoop that is just not just pretty to look at, but is great to hold. It's wonderful in the hand. Both come with thumb picks here, so you can open it up with your thumbnail, but you don't need to because they stick out so far. You just grab the blade and pull it. They are extremely similar in every way. The Robert Klaas is just slightly more like hunky in the steel, but it's also more hunky in the profile. You can see here's the thing with these, when you put this one in your hand, you know you're holding a knife. It has got a really thick set of scales. It feels great in the hand. This one is thinner, which means you're still going to get a really good hold on it, but this one sits in a pocket so much nicer just because of its thin profile. So you have a give and take on that one. This one, you get a whole lot of meat in the hand, you get a lot of really great grip. This one, you're still getting a really great grip. But you know what happens when you eat popcorn for breakfast? You get that tickle in your throat. But yeah, it slides even into the third pocket on jeans. This thing sits in there so well. It's just a really comfortable blade to carry. Now, both of them obviously can be, they don't lock, so they can be closed this way. So you're not going to use them this way, and you're not going to use it this way. You can't really use them this way anyway because they curl. But as far as self-defense purposes are concerned, these blades, even though they don't lock, slashing, they are menacing slashing blades. They're not made for self-defense, but let me tell you something. This is like a talon, right? Wah, 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 wah. Which is exactly what birds sound like. Wah, 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 wah. And they are devastating when that hook gets into something. Because I know when when I tear through leather, and I'll use this to cut. Well, I was cutting some fur, and I cut a couple pieces of leather where I was making some stuff, and they just rip. I mean, that curled end just rips through things, and it's awesome. Edge for edge, they both came crazy sharp. The edge definitely went to the case. Fit and finish went to the case. I think comfort in the hold, blurry. Originally for me went to the Robert Klaas just because it's so big and I have giant hands. Let's try and unfocus there, focus there. Where this one, while it still feels great, it's just knowing how thick this is and how good it feels in the hand is better. But I like carrying this one more. They are fine. This one has a bigger ricasso, so it gives you more of a landing spot for your finger. That little arch right there really gives a good spot. Right here, if you have big hands, you can feel yourself slide off a little bit more. One of the main differences is going to be price. This guy right here, which is a super quality, well done knife, you can just look at the spines. I mean, look at how just awesome that is. It is a really, really thick one, and this one even has brass liners. I didn't show you that, but this one is just, the fit and finish is impeccable on the case. It's a case. It is impeccable. But I know I have some, let's see, some prices. The Robert Klaas, I think it retails for around 25 bucks. And I found it for like 10 bucks, right? 10, 11 bucks you can find them for. The case, let's see if they have a price on here. I'd have to, let's see, I'd really have to look up the price because I don't know what it is. I'm trying to, okay, so I'm finding them for, in this configuration, for $78. That's not retail. Retail's more. You can get ones with bone handles for over 100 bucks. And you know, you can find them throughout the web cheap. I'm just trying to look and see what average prices are. And you're going to find them a lot between 40 and 70. You know what I mean? You can find them pretty easily depending on the handle material on the case. So the price between the two is significant. The thing is, the edge will hold up longer on this one. It's going to stay sharper longer, and the finish, the fit and finish, everything about it is just nicer. This one is an extremely capable knife. It will do what this one can do, and it's a fraction of the price. This one, however, if you collect knives, this is a collectible knife that will not just hold its value, but over time, case knives can increase in value. So you have that going for you. If it's just something that you plan on keeping, then you definitely want to roll with the case. If you plan on abusing the snot out of them, it comes down to, are you good with knife sharpening? Because if you can sharpen a knife and you have no issues sharpening a knife, this Robert Klaas, this will do a job for you right here for that kind of money. This one, you're just going to have to sharpen less. And I have to say that the blade profile, the edge profile is nicer on the case. It's kind of hard because they curl up, but it's just nicer on the case. You can see how thin it is. It just makes going through stuff really, really easy. Now, I've used these a lot and I haven't resharpened them. Let's see. The case is just, I mean, crazy sharp. It's still shave sharp. I'm talking shave sharp, and not just shave sharp, but easy shave sharp. Let's see this Robert Klaas, if I can get some hairs, and I'm gonna try, but I haven't sharpened it yet, and I'm not really getting hairs. I'm just kind of creating flakes. Actually, I got like 2 hairs on there, but the Robert Klaas definitely will not hold the edge that this one will hold. But when you're talking about pushing and grinding through, it doesn't have to be the perfect edge. This one just is. If you plan on using a Hawkbill as a skinner, which you can do, but mainly it's going to be that ripper. Like if you have your typical skinning knife, and then you have something like this, you want to go through the belly of the hide and pull. This is going to do the job a lot better than just a regular skinning knife. But then you can take that skinning knife that you have sitting around, I am crack-a-lacking, and then you can get your skinning job done. This, if you only have this, will do the job. Or this, doesn't matter. Just fantastic knives. They open and close the same way to where it's tough, right? It's a pull. But they have the half step, right? This one, you can feel it just a little bit tighter. It's going to hold a little bit better. And then that secondary, you could hear that snap. This one, the spring action, listen. Now listen. You can hear this thud more. It's just a lot more power. I mean, for me, if it came down to which one, I mean, it would be the case because I love quality. And this one, I mean, it's awesome. But I'm going to show you something really cool about this blade here. It's stepped and it's grinding. You can see how it's thick here and then thin here and then thick here. They do a really good job of stepping that blade. Where this one, you can see, is almost just tapered perfectly all the way to the end. It's all in what you like. It's the weight distribution on this one. It's to make it really heavy and thick toward the end where you're doing your downward slashing. This one, they work more on the profile, so you don't need the heavy downward slashing. It's going to cruise through because of the profile. So that's the main difference. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple clips of these guys in action, and you can see the two at work. Both beautiful, both completely worth owning. I mean, if you don't have a Hawkbill in your collection, you need a Hawkbill. Everybody needs a Hawkbill. These things, between lopping branches and cutting material and things like that, or just bellying an animal, these guys right here, they're must-haves. You gotta at least have one Hawkbill in your collection. And for me, well, I have a couple. So I'm pretty happy about that, but let me show you some stuff. All right, so I'm beginning with the case here, and you can see that I have an aluminum can, and the case Hawkbill just opens it up. I mean, like you're cracking open a can of tuna. It was just so damn fine. All right, so here I was just going over like just the edge, the cutting capabilities, and literally it was just breezing, and I mean breezing through this rope. Like, I mean, like it wasn't even there. The knife is just freaking sharp. Look at this. Oh, it's butter. Took out the old vacuum cleaner hose and just decided to just slice through it. And man, it was just so easy to rip it. The hard part is just finding the angle because, you know, it's a round blade on a flat surface. But look at that. Just too easy. How's it do on sticks and wood and things like that? It can feather stick, it can carve, it can shred, it can do anything. The knife edge, I mean, all I could talk about is how sharp the damn thing is because it's just so sharp. Every pass, just wood flies off. Just every single pass. I'm just making it smaller and smaller and smaller, doing exactly what I need to do, and it's precise, so precise. So, you know, it's made to like prune and stuff like that. And I went over to these little flimsy trees, just grabbed branches and just started cutting them all off. It's what it's made for. This is what you do. You take things down, you make a little bundle, and bada boom, bada bing. The knife is just really good. It's a very capable blade. All right, for all you belly rippers out there who need to cut through some leather and go through some hide, basically, I just wanted to show you. I mean, look at how I didn't have to do anything to puncture. It just punctures all by itself. Just rips straight through. It's just awesome. It's just an awesome frickin' ripper. All right, so moving on to the Robert Klaas. Instead of an aluminum can, we got us a water bottle out here, and we can see that just like the case, I mean, just flawless. All right, so I decided to rip with this one too, and I was trying to hold it in one hand, and I kind of had a bad angle to hold with you guys, but you can just see how easy it just rips through. This was weathered cardboard. It was pretty hard. It was pretty thick. And I mean, I used no pressure. I just put the blade down and dragged, and it was able to just rip right through. The knife, I mean, for the price, is one of those forget about it type things. It's absolutely 10 times worth the price you can buy them for. All right, so I came over to the vines and decided to do a little pruning with the Robert Klaas, and it just turned out to be an easy task completer. All right, so just like the case, I used the same exact rope, so you can see how easy it goes through. Now you notice the case went through just a little bit smoother, but this Robert Klaas is having no issues going through. No issues. It's just a straight up cutter. How's it do against the wood? Shaving. Did I mention that you can find this thing for around $10 freaking? Yeah, let's not forget about all that now. So there you have it, guys. I mean, two really great blades. Two really different prices for these blades. You'll notice that they do the same work. I'm kind of a knife snob. If it came to me and you said you can only have one forever, I'm definitely keeping my case. You know, I don't mind spending extra for the extra quality, and I'm not knocking the quality on this, because this thing is super. It is just awesome. It's built well, it's thick, it's strong, it's pretty, it's sharp, it works, it does everything that this one's going to do. This one just does it slightly easier. Fit and finish on this one is tremendous. And here's the thing, I know I can get a hold of Case at any time if I ever had a problem and say, listen, I had a problem, and Case would come through. You know what I mean? They've been around forever. They're going to be around forever. It's just one of those companies that, you know, is undismissible. It's just too good. And believe me when I say that, I am not knocking the Robert Klaas in any way. I'm not knocking the company. I'm not knocking the makers. I'm not knocking the designers or anything. I just know that it's very easy to get a hold of Case. I know that for a fact. And I know that I would take complete and utter edge profile and sharpness over price. That's me. However, I'm not going to lie to you guys. If you're looking for a Hawkbill and you want to spend, you know, less than 50, 60, 70 bucks, even 40 bucks, you can find one of the different kind of handles with. If you're looking to spend sub $15 for a good Hawkbill, check this thing out. Check out the Robert Klaas. It's freaking awesome for what it is. And you will know that you're holding a knife. It is a knife. You know what I mean? Trying to get down. Look at how thick this is. Look at that. It's like 1.5 of the case as far as girth in the handle. But again, I just love carrying this. It's so easy to put in the pocket. So if it came down to me, if I had to choose just one to buy, not just to keep, but to buy, I would still buy the case, even though it's, you know, 7 times the price. But I would do it because the overall fit and finish, the edge profile, the steel, I know it very well. The fact that I know I'm not going to have to sharpen it over and over again constantly through its lifetime, I would definitely roll with this. I would definitely roll with the case. But that doesn't mean I'm done using my Robert Klaas. I use it, you know, all the time, especially for like opening boxes, things like that, package opening. with something like this with a curled blade. So simple, so simple. So there you have it. There's a battle of a couple Hawkbills, and there's tons of them out there. You can find Hawkbills everywhere. These are just two that I really love. This one is my favorite Hawkbill there is. I love it. I love this handle material. I'm actually a big fan of Case, and I bought this. This wasn't a gift. I'm a big fan because I use knives, and if you use knives, you want knives that are usable, and that's why I'm a fan of Case, and for no other reasons. I just like things that work well. These work very well. So that's it. Robert Klaas versus Case, the Hawkbill challenge. All right, I'm down to be all day. Until next knife.